Hello, hello, my crafty friends. Get me here as I try and get myself a little organized. Y'all know how this goes. Get on a little early so I have the time to make sure it looks semi-straight. And I have the opportunity to find myself. I can't wait to hear how your guys' last week and weekend went. There we go. Be sure to say hello when you join me. Sure wish Facebook let me post this to more than one group at a time. But anyway, I had a nice time in Long Beach. It was warm, and I'm telling you, I'm into warm. It was pretty chilly coming back here. There. Hello, Bernice. Hey, Di. Hey, Pat. Yeah, it was really nice. I did, after I got done with the business meetings that I was interested in, I did run down to the beach. Did a bunch of walking. Oh my gosh, my desk looks horrible. What a mess. I shouldn't have a mess. Okay. Yeah, yes, I'm glad to be back. So we went to Onstage. I don't know why I got my first Onstage. I don't know why I had that. This is my second. But I just thought I'd let you know, if you're a person who is considering signing up and coming to an Onstage, they really do some special things for the first time people. And this one was pretty good. This one was pretty good. Hello, I'm Connie. How are you? Now, I had something here. I don't know there it is. This is funny. We get a bag every year, and some of you guys have been able to grab some of my old convention bags. But this was our convention bag this year. And I wasn't sure about this whole puppy thing, but once you get it, you start noticing it. And I noticed in the airport on my way back, there were a lot of ladies with puffy bags. So this would sort of be an in-trend puppy bag. And I love this about it, that you have like a little hole here, or zippers to zipper, so that you can actually, we think, put this over the back of like your rolling cart or your rolling carry-on bag and that. So that was pretty useful. And it came with this strap, which turned out to be the better strap because these just slid right off. So that was a fun bag. And in it, I brought back all these goodies. Like I said, I'm not sure why I have that. Somehow I grabbed it, or somebody thought that I was new. That's possible. And of course, I get my little ribbons of recognition for sales and team building, and for, not longevity, but team building. Now I forget what else I got. And inside our cute little bag, oh gosh, I got so much stuff over here, just like you come back and your boxes, whatever. So I had a different one that I used, this one from last year, but they always give you a cute little notebook to take notes in. I always end up using them at some point. You see this? This is a new in color. So we did. You know that there are 5 colors retiring this year, and those 5 colors are your Shy Shamrock, your Peach, your Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, and Pretty in Pink. And there's 2 of them. I really like the Summer Splash and Pretty in Pink a lot. So I'm kind of sad. It seems to be like I have 2 or 3. You ready for show and tell? Yay, because we're there. So here's the book, and it is in a new color. So my upline, we had a party, you know, a get together, and Connected Hearts has been, I can't remember how long Naomi's been doing this, but a good 35 years. And she made these boxes for her older team members. And I've got to find the directions for this. Isn't that crazy? So one side had some Ghirardelli. Yes. I'm going to show you all the new colors. And this one had some other Ghirardellis that I didn't get around to munching on. So, cute box. Project to do, right? We can do this. And I love this paper, and I wish it would come back in. I am desperately waiting for that paper to come back in. So let me put this. And I'm going to post up in the group some pictures that I took of the gifts that I made for my team, my downline, and that. So stay tuned. Let's see, this is kind of a new. So let's look at some things that I got. This is a card from Kelly. Whoops. Kind of a bookmark type card that you can use. And may you feel God's care and healing. Something to give to somebody. You're on my mind. I'm here for you. But great uses of some of these nesting dies to create something very simple. I probably would have done this so that I could actually have pulled this out and had it be a, hello, Deanne, how are you? I know the box is so cool, Bernice. I use this so that if somebody was sick or whatever, that they would be able to pull that out and do it as a bookmark, because I love to read when I don't feel good, and then you can kind of doze on and off as you want. So there's that. This is not new pieces at all. This is a new stamp set. I'm trying to make sure, because I want to bring that out. All right. So let's look at, that's a new paper pack that I won. I won something. Woohoo! So we are excited to have some different ways to color that I had not thought about doing before. So this was kind of fun. Blender pen. So these are the watercolor pencils. I use them all the time to color. I had a fantastic. Yep. Yes. I'm glad, Patty, you're here too. So I think that blender pens might be like one of these things that we don't talk about, and they're like super duper useful in ways that I hadn't played a part, as well as the color remover. I'm going to put these two pieces up. So we're talking just on different ways to color. And if you look at, this is the color remover. I'm trying to see if I had one like quick lickety click. Yeah, right here. So you have this is my Spectrum Noir one, but it's the same gig. You get on there, it's to remove, and here you are able to create some patterns and just let it take place with the alcohol markers. And this is just one of the new colors. This is that new peachy color. We'll learn the titles of them in a little bit. And you just brush it up, and then you use that color remover to create patterns within that block of alcohol ink. How cool is that, you guys? I was like, oh, something I had never thought of. The also, because I'm always using it to remove the ink that I put in the wrong spot. I'm sure that some of you guys can relate to that. So that being said, I want to show off. These are things you can buy right now. This is not something we have to wait for a new catalog. And something you can start today and use. So actually, what I can do here is take this. They have that bullet point, and you just create a, now you can't see it because it's going to take a little bit to pull it up, and maybe this might not work as well. We'll go back to this as well because this has been dry for a little bit. Hello, Barbara. How are you? Let me get up and actually get the real one and not my version of it. Golly gee, I don't see where I put my color remover. But anyway, you guys get the gist. We'll see if that will show up when the ink's been dry that long. Then the blending. Colored pencils, right? Who doesn't love some colored pencils? I'm just going to grab, oops, that's a colored pencil, not the, here we go, Stampin' Up, Real Red. Make sure to have a sharp point, and you just like do your coloring, right? And I have always taught you guys to just grab a watercolor brush or one of the, I'm going to show you, color it across a little bit. So we put some Real Red on there. So I've always had you, yes, exactly, Bernice. It will make a great snow background on any of these colors that you do. So I've always encouraged you to have this because you're not likely to spill the water all over. And this, of course, is still available. But, so a couple of new things here. This blender is pretty amazing. And then I'm actually looking to see, I thought I had a clear, here it is. A hidden use for a blending pen. I'm sure that you guys have a blending pen around somewhere, right? Look at that. Isn't that neat? And then you clean it off the same way you clean off your watercolor brush. You just brush it till it's clear. So this is another use for your blender pen, which is not going away. I know, hello Jennifer, I know that they discontinued the actual markers, the Stampin' Up markers, but the blending pen is still going to be hanging around and is currently available. I wanted to show you things. Of course, our Wink of Stella is available. Why don't I think about this stuff? I mean, I think I color with the Wink of Stella, but I don't often think about using it as a, this could be dangerous. I'm gonna put it, oh, on a block. There we go. If you've not ever used your block as a paint palette, here's your lesson for that. So you take this and you use your Wink of Stella to take that watercolor pencil and smooth out the lines. And in the center, you can see how I colored it. And you can see how, depending on what you want to create, you can get the basic watercolor look with your blender pen, or you can get this kind of shimmery look with any color that is offered in the watercolor pencils or that you have running around. Because if you're like me, I've got like 5 or 6 sets between all the repackaging and different things. And then you get that nice, wonderful, wonderful shimmer. Jeff is always excited because he likes it when I can do anything with glitter or glittery that requires no actual glitter in the house. He is not a glitter fan. So what'd you all do the week I was away? So we did that. We've looked at how to use your color remover. The stamp positioner is going to be available, folks. And we practice, like you stamped your octopus. So this is an incoming possibility with this cute little seahorse, and then they put the face. And I had, this color was really dark. This is our, I want to say Mossy Meadow, but it's really dark. And when you took the Secret Sea and stamped on top of it the first time, it did not. Oh, you went and had fun at Canaan. I'm jealous. Did you guys scrapbook? Have a scrapbooking weekend, Leslie? And then you just, I could re-ink the face and put it on until I got it as dark as I wanted it, so it would actually like stand out. A bonus for the stamp positioner. So that will be available for purchase. Brayers, we played with brayers. We played with some new shimmer pens that are coming. This is kind of your sneak peek to some new colors here. And then look at that, guys, coming. Ah, nice. Gel pens. And these were really easy to use, ran really smooth. So I'm excited to see them. I'm excited that they work as well as they do, because getting the right, I went to see the new wood flooring. Oh, I hope you have pictures and posted them up. So it is really good that we have that option to get reliably good white gel pens, because they really can be used for a lot of things. You can color and use them for highlighting over the coloring, as well as being able to write and doodle on darker colors. Okay, so that was part of our little classes that we did. We have this product. This is directions that I'm going to try and figure out. I'm going to scan and upload for you to make these cute little boxes. They were super fun. So that will be a project coming soon. Onstage Plus. Congrats. So here's some new new sentiments. And I love this one. I'm sending salutations. This one was created by somebody who hit $1 million in sales. Barbara, they were really easy to use there. So I'm really excited to be able to order some when they're orderable and try them out long term. But you know, May 1st is really not that far away. We're about 6 weeks away from May 1st. But Susan Campfield was like $1 million in sales. And here you go with a great stamp set that actually says an outside and an inside. I love having insides for it. You know, sending you wishes for health and healing. I'm here for you. Cheers for you, but then congratulations on your achievement. And then having, here's to a new chapter. I don't know what I do. I truly appreciate you, but then there's a thank you to go on the outside. Anyway, so I was really excited to have that. And then we got an updated family celebration for those of us who love to scrapbook, or even for making cards, you know, to my friend, to my grandchild, to my mom, and everything was in here to be able to, I love this one, to my better half. Yes, so anyway, 2 really super cute stamp sets coming soon. And here is some sequins, these are Sunset Sparkles from some papers. So there'll be some more pictures and things coming as we get excited about the Onstage, or the new pieces that were released. I'm trying to keep all the new stuff together. What I got in here? Oh, I got a catalog. All right, so back to product fun. Here are your new colors of the year. Not year, because they go by, in colors go by 2 years. We have this very beautiful Barely Blush, which reminds me of Ballerina, from those of you guys that are really familiar with Close to My Heart. Crisp Cantaloupe kind of reminds me of Melon, but it's a little bit more pinker tone than orange tone, which really makes me like it a lot more than I liked Melon. Then we have Golden Glow, which reminds me of Honey. Hydrangea Hue, totally love. And then Peaceful Pine, which is a blue-based green, along the lines of Ponderosa, but not as dark as Ponderosa. Back it off a couple notches. So you get, it's really pretty color. Seeing if that, it looks dark here, but it's really not that dark. So my new favorite peach color is right here with Crisp Cantaloupe, and having that, I like blue-based colors better. The pink is also a cooler tone. This is probably the warmest right here with the Golden Glow. I'm so on Golden Glow. Now, therefore, got a thumbs up from me. Which one's your favorite? It is great to have a set with inside and outside. Yep. All right. Favorite color, anybody? Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, the Hydrangea Hue, which is kind of a periwinkle color. I couldn't remember if it was like Spring Iris or Lilac Mist. That was close to that. Some of you guys are probably laughing because that's like an old color. And then Peaceful Pine. All right, so I kind of leave those out for you guys to kind of take a look. I got some fun cantaloupe. Oh, look at that. 2 people for cantaloupe already. Hydrangea. And One Sheet Wonder. So I took some pictures, so I will have to take a look at the pictures to see how we put the One Sheet Wonder. I have a 12-inch one and I have a 6-inch one. So stay tuned for that. Here's some of our make and takes. I did not do one of them. You know, I tend to go rogue. So this is sort of put together, but sort of not, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. We have some new stencils. Pine. Yeah, Leslie, I like pine too. And I think these are really cute stencils. I love this little dot. And just, you guys, this light part that was in here and the lighter dot, it was all because I just changed how I was using the blender brush. And you can see it here where I just created, like, here's my space to write your name. And then, of course, my little return label and the stamp goes there. So those, we did our envelopes up, and then we have these cute little cards. And to make the cards, we were all given this cute pack of the Sincerely Noted Mix and Match ephemera pack. 3 for cantaloupe. Hi, Sue. How are you? So we have 3 cantaloupe, 2 for hydrangea, 1 for pine. And Sue, we're looking at the new in colors and voting on which one we think is pretty. So Mix and Match ephemera. I probably do not show it a lot like I do. Whoops. We have magnets attacking magnets here. Like I do with the word ones. The actual ones that are all words. I'm trying to try and get these magnets out of here. This is another word one. This is also picking up on some of the new colors. You can see some of the new colors in here. And these are nice because they are already done for you. And I didn't play with this, but are these things stickers? I didn't think they were stickers. But they are stickers, guys. Ooh, well, that makes them a little bit more fun. Less stuff that you have to glue down. So here we are with actual sentiments that are very useful with a little bit of color and not a lot of work for you. And you get 2 sheets of each one, and they are thick. Cardstock, cantaloupe and hydrangea for Sue and Patty. So here you go. This will be coming out, and again, if it's got words on it, these are the ones I tend to use. They have a lot of packs that have some really cute like flowers and animals and things like that. I just tend to not be the person that uses those. Okay, so we've covered that make and take. Then we had this make and take. And you might get a sneak peek here. This is the one I did not do because I opted to go to the beach, and I was looking at the cards and I thought, you know, I'm probably going to do this differently. So I want to save it because, you know, we can't get the product in right away. So I want to save it and be able to play with it. Look at that paper, guys. Isn't that pretty? That's a hint. Oh, I think all those titles you could add to the scrapbooking pages. Absolutely. They're big enough to be titles on a scrapbook page. So they are, and they would be a center focus on a card. They are that decent size. Here's a sneak peek of some paper for you. So you know that there's going to be a black and white suite coming. Black and white is always good. Some embellishments that we actually have. The metallic gems are available right now. So hop on there and get those. But they've just gone in and colored the background and texture paper, or DSP. And I thought to myself, I think I want to try and do some spotlighting where you like take out the flower, or you just color different, you know, a flower here and there, not the whole thing. So I wanted to play with that. That's why I saved it. And that's just the card extra sheet for that, because I go rogue. Sorry, just the way it goes on that one. So there's a sneak peek of some paper pattern there. I shared the coloring sampler with you guys, shared the colors that way. Isn't this fun? Okay. Here is Golden Glow and the Pine in action. And this was part of a class where I had grabbed the wrong make and take and didn't bring it in. So I ended up stamping some of this because I knew I wasn't going to have the fern. And in the Pacific Northwest, we have tons of fern. The black and white is really, really good, Jennifer. I'm really excited about that. Because it goes with everything. You can dress it up, make it for a wedding. You can make it for anything out. Right, isn't this really good? Well, hello, Susan. Welcome. So I just wanted these down because in this make and take, let us go. Oh, there's my 12 by 12 pattern that I am going to go back and hope that I got the pictures of how they did it, because I thought they were going to, well, I didn't know they were going to give us the pattern, but I thought that we'd have like a sample reference, but the samples were on my board. So hopefully I have done that. Okay. So you've got the sneak peek of the fern, and this was the one that I messed up and didn't bring the right one with me. Yes. These are the new in colors, Susan, and we're people are putting up the one that they like the best. I have to tell you, I'm really excited about this set because, like I said, in the Pacific Northwest, ferns, they just grow. They never stop growing, and they're beautiful. And this is the stamp set and dies that go together for fern and flora. It will be one of my favorites. Here's kind of a sneak peek of the paper. Now, when they give us things to use and do, these are already available. Those embellishments are already available, so you can get those. When you look at what they gave us to like cut up, it is not the true paper. They do like sheets for our workshop so that we have this stuff for the workshop, but you don't have like a complete paper pack. I wish they gave us the complete paper pack on this. I cannot wait to be able to create. We had a bunch of stuff that was already die cut, but this gives you a taste of what that paper pack is going to be. Love this, you guys. Here you go. And here's your new honey. That's going to be very berry, or whatever the berry is that's up there. No, it's not blackberry bliss. It's two. Maybe it is. But that gives you an idea of the patterns that are within the paper pack. Yep, lots of love for this. And the ferns, the cutouts, the die cuts for this, when you use them, are amazing. Look at this, you guys. Look at the intricacy, the center line that shows up when you do the die cut. I just love it. And there's like the little openings. Let me see if it'll show up and you can see the white. Can you see the white? My hand is hard to, but there are little lines in each one of these leaves, enough so that you can see the color behind it poking out a little bit. Let me see if that works out. Oh, yep, you can see the lines on that with the white behind it. So I do not believe that they have done a fern set. I don't think Close to My Heart has ever had a fern set in 24 years. And this is the first time I've seen a fern set with Stampin' Up. And I mean, I followed Stampin' Up for a long time. So I know that that is out there. Here's this, here's that. So we've gone through that. You got to see how the stamp is. Fun, fun. We've got our colors up there for people to vote on. And let's check out what I won. So I won this paper pack. So they have what they call Prize Patrol. Oh, Diane, I did run into, thank you for the timing, Diane, I appreciate you. I did run into Tony, who was celebrating 25 years with 25 years. So this pack is called the Mix-Ins. And, you know, we had something very similar to this with Close to My Heart. And this is designed to stand alone or go with another, any paper pack within that catalog. Look at these. I just love it. They have another one too that was kind of an interesting sort of standalone. Look at that. That is that crumb cake, which I have been finding myself using crumb cake. So here is our hydrangea hue on that side. I'm not doing a very good job. I need Miriam. She can make the paper go. And then here's the wood. Who loves? Yes. She did a great job. Way better than I would have done for sure. Who doesn't love a wood grain? And in the new cantaloupe color, here is a wonderful polka dot. And then denim on the back. Matching our hydrangea. Look how pretty it looks with the Night of Navy. Yes, I agree. I agree with you, Bernice. Love it. Then, because we have a black and white paper pack, of course we have to have a black and white in our mix-in, because that would defeat the purpose of having a mix-in pack without it. What do you guys think so far? Perfect, right? Here's your polka dot. Again, a classic pattern, and then the stripes diagonal, which I love. And that makes that mix. And so I was totally excited with this because I can start to play now. Not that you can't start to play, because they gave stamp sets away and they gave all sorts of, Prize Patrol is a lot of fun. I am really happy to see, because sometimes you just need a sheet of paper to finish a project, right? Oh, I was going to show you the done projects, because this is the one I didn't get done. So here are the done projects for this, for the ferns. Here's one. All of the stamps used in here are from the stamp set, and out the dies. Isn't that pretty? You make the world a better place. Then we have this nice one here. This is using our Golden Glow, and I used Golden Glow and Pine a lot in this. Mossy Meadow, and then they had a gold one leaf that was just cut out, so the gold foil looks pretty neat. Then we have, this is the pine that's used in the blender brush with the Golden Glow. If I'd been thinking, I'd have blender brushed that, but I was there with the ones I stamped. And we use Secret Sea. So Secret Sea works really well with these colors. And then the last one is wonderful. It's the Night of Navy or Secret Sea, one of the two, where it's been kind of it's lighter in the middle, and you've kind of done some brushing with a blender brush around the edges so that you have a light center and a darker on the outside. And then you do some blending on top of the die cuts, and you do some stamping on top of the main piece there. I think it's really pretty. The blackberry, or that, whatever that color is, the pink that's in there, I have to go and look it up. I don't know if I like it or not. I think I'd like a purple better, but we'll see. We'll see. What do you think of those? Get some thumbs up. Okay, I can show you the front of the catalog and I guess the back, because I've seen the back out. So I'm hoping that we might see those somewhere in the long. So there's a couple things. These are ordered, guys. If you haven't got your order in the last year from me, then that is not gonna, it's gonna be something that you are gonna be missing. I will credit your account with the $4 for the catalog that I was able to order, and you can apply it to purchasing the catalog on your first order in May, or anyway, so that's what I'm going to do between now. I did not want to wait for people who wanted to get their orders placed, because that's how I screwed it up the last time. And I ended up mailing them out, and we will never be mailing catalogs direct again, just as an FYI, because of the cost associated with getting it to me, with shipping and handling to me, and then the shipping back to you, plus the material to, you know, make sure that it comes in safe. It's just one of those things. Important to note, there's no longer going to be an annual catalog and minis. We are now going to just 3 catalogs a year. So this is the May to August. You will still have your online exclusive releases. I don't know if they're going to stay with every other month. Didn't get I forgot to ask, to be honest with you, and I don't remember anybody else asking about it. Scarlet, we're looking at these colors. They're the new ones, and vote on your favorite color. This is Barely Blush, Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Hydrangea, and Peaceful Pine, and feel free to make it one word. So I'm really excited about doing this piece. I think that it's going to be a little bit easier for consultants and customers to keep track of everything. In this book, you're going to have your basic staples so they don't get forgotten. And I love this, the connection piece of it, but there's going to be a lot more product. So stay tuned for this. And now, last but not least, I want to show you this very, very neat piece. Sorry, we are going a little bit long, but I just want you to get excited about this. Okay. We have a new type of die cut coming, and this is one of them. So you cut it out, but then you send it through again a different way, and it adds impression and detail to it. So it's kind of like using an embossing folder, but you get a lot more detail. Can you guys see the difference in that? It looks pretty good on my tracking screen. So there are a couple of them that are designed this way. I am super excited to get them. I love I would consider this a plumeria, or pretty close to a plumeria. Isn't that neat? With the same piece. Yep. You're going to change, you're going to have a different sandwich at the end. So you'll have a different sandwich that goes with this. But you're going to use the same machine. You're just going to buy an extra plate. And I'm really going to put a plug-in for the machine that Stampin' Up offers. I'm going to tell you right now with some of the things that they've got coming out in the future that you really want to invest in their die cut machine, because the pieces to create like that extra foam mat that's going to come out is going to be designed to work within this machine. And you guys have seen me use this. I've always encouraged you to use whatever machine that you've had, because we've all got machines like the, you know what, this is like my 3rd or 4th machine. But I am a terrific fan of it because it cranks really easy. Oh yeah, it's really fun. And there's going to be more. So you want, and these things open up in the drawers. I'm just not the best. I'm afraid to try and get it open up. But they do have some little drawers in here. It folds up very nicely for transport. But it is going to be a worthwhile investment. you're going to have your plates that you use for doing your die cutting, so your normal sandwich for die cutting. But then when you run it back through with the other rubber mat and you change, so we'll have a couple lessons on how to use these new ones. So get a leg ahead, make sure you get your machine in so that when the new stuff comes out, you can just buy the different pieces to the machine to be able to have a lot of fun. And I promise you there's another thing coming down the road that was really super duper cool, but I have been basically NDA, non-disclosure, or whatever that agreement is, non-disclosure agreement. So I can't tell you about that, but I'm just going to say invest in the machine. It's not going anywhere. You can still get the plates for it, unlike some of us have the little green one that I don't know what I'm going to do with, because you can't get the plates anymore. So I'll just donate it somewhere and get ready for some fun. I got a lot of great things, you know, paper pack. I got the embellishments that will match. Some wonderful versatile. Yes, I am telling you to move out the Close to My Heart one. Yep. And Deanne, I'm going to tell you right now that the Close to My Heart one was nice, but I find the new Stampin' Up one to be so much easier to deal with because you're not trying to figure out the pressure on the plate. This is just go. And I could never get that pressure thing totally figured out so that it worked well. Don't forget about your Notes of Spring. If you pick up your die cut machine, you can get the Notes of Spring for $5. And we've made some cute cards with it. And will work well if you don't have the basket case. It'll be really cute with the card class for this month. All right. Any questions? Excitement. Everybody got to see the new colors? Because that's like the favorite thing, right? But I am going to tell you that you're going to need it, and by the end of the year you're really going to need it. So some things are coming out that are specific to be used with this machine. So, all right, folks, that's all I've got. We have the CTMH, and I'm going to highly recommend Leslie and Scarlett that you switch over. Can't tell you why, but I will tell you the machine is easier to use than the Close to My Heart one was, or is. Was. I don't know. I don't have mine now. All right. I'll see you on Thursday where we're going to make some more fun stuff. And I'm probably going to try and do a scrapbook layout on Thursday because I have not done a scrapbook layout in a while and I have some ideas. Get rid of the Big Shot. Yep. Yep, I have the Stampin' Up one, and then I have my electric Big Shot, Pat. But if you've got the crank Big Shot, you're going to want to change. All right, see you on Thursday. We're going to make a scrapbook page. Take care, guys.